The third episode, season 7, Walking Dead just went off, titled The Cell, and this was another kind of setup building towards the future episode. Focused a lot on Daryl, a lot on Dwight, a little bit on Negan. Interesting dynamic between Negan and Dwight. Learn a little backstory with the two of them. Seems Dwight is a little unhappy. Just seems off in this episode that maybe down the road he's going to help maybe overthrow Negan, possibly. I don't know. Maybe I'm just reading too much into it, but he was definitely seemed a little different. Got a little different light on him. Maybe he's a little jealous of Daryl. Negan seems kind of excited, or whatever you want to call it, in dealing with Daryl. Kind of seems to be, Negan seems to be kind of infatuated with him a little bit. Maybe Dwight seems a little jealous or whatever of that, but it's pretty interesting seeing how Daryl's treated, being locked up and kind of tortured, trying to break him down a little bit, try and join their group of people there. Got to see some inside their little encampment, inside their group. But this was another steady, slower and steady one. A little action here and there, but it was more of a tense, slower episode. That next week seems to be, from the preview that they just showed, seems to be possibly picking up a little bit. So, you know, they got to show these types of episodes every now and then to kind of build the story a bit, move it forward. I thought it was good. I don't know if it's the best episode they've ever had in their long 7 season run, but did what it had to do. Still setting up for the future. There's still quite a number of episodes left this season. I'm sure there's going to be a mid-season break at some point. There usually is. Interested to see where this might go with Dwight and Daryl. Even with Dwight and Negan, with some of the backstory that you learned with Dwight and his ex-wife and Negan and all that, it's just a little bizarre with Negan's such in control that a lot of the people seem afraid of him, and he's got some brainwashed people too, I would guess. But I don't know, Dwight, after seeing this episode, Dwight just doesn't seem to have his head into it completely. Maybe he's not a big fan of Negan anymore. Wants to kind of get out, possibly. And I don't know if it's going to be down the road where the chance him and Daryl might work together to kind of overthrow Negan. I don't know. Gonna have to see more what happens, but it's definitely little chinks in the armor, you know, little cracks, I think, of Negan's group. Another guy in that episode, Dwight talked to, didn't like being with a group, all the saviors. So, you know, might get a little tiny crack here and there. Might, down the road, I'm sure I'll expand into larger cracks. But I think with the comics, they're dealing with Negan right now too. So there's not a whole lot to draw on what could potentially happen, even though they twist the show and the comic around enough to where they don't mirror each other exactly. So can't really go by anything in the comics as 100% proof of what's going to happen in the show. But yeah, it's another interesting episode. Got to see a little inside the compound. Got to see a little bit happen to Daryl. But looking forward to where it's going to go from here. Looks like next week Negan showing up for his first round of items he's going to be picking up from Rick and the group at Alexandria, and hope it'll be good. I'll see y'all next time.